everyone, so this is my video talking about how I'm preparing to do a no-buy next year. First off, I'm going to go ahead and share why I want to do a no-buy. Right now my collection isn't huge. It's kind of at just like the middle, or it's not that big, but I don't want it to get bigger to where things start to go bad or go to waste. And so I want to stop buying makeup and just see how well I can do going for a year without buying beauty products. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set the rules for myself right now. I am going to make it to where I can replace the things that I run out of, which would be my foundation, my mascara, and my primer. Those things I am going to allow myself to repurchase if I run out of them. I'm not going to buy any makeup items other than that. My favorite skincare items I will allow myself to repurchase. So when I run out of those, I will repurchase those. Now, some things that I'm doing to prepare myself is I've been unsubscribing from all of the beauty gurus on YouTube. They definitely make an influence on whether you want to buy something or not, and if something performs really great that they show that they got in PR, it definitely is tempting to want to buy it. So I have unsubbed from all of them. I have unfollowed on all social media, all of the makeup companies, and I'm also in the process of unsubscribing from their mailing lists. That way I don't get tempted with sales or deals that's going on. Now, that is some of the things I'm doing now. And also, I did inventory all of my makeup, and I'm going to insert a clip right now showing you what my makeup collection overall looks like. Alright, you guys. So, the first thing that I want to do before I do my whole 1 year no-buy is kind of just do a video showing you all how big my makeup collection is and what I have to work with for the whole year. Now, this is how I store what I use every day, and I really like it. It's simple, it's neat, it's clean. I found these on Amazon. I think there was somebody that I was watching on YouTube that had this, but I'm going to start left to right. Okay, this is my perfume corner or section, and I have all of my little sample perfumes in this jar, and then this is just all of my favorite perfumes. And then moving on over, I have my blush palette from Tarte, and my face powder that I'm working on, and a butter bronzer, and a blush from NARS that I really love. And then behind that, I have eye products, mascara, eyeliner, eyebrow products, a lipstick. I don't even know what that's doing in there for. Okay, and then over here I have all of my lip products that I've been using right now. This isn't all my makeup collection, trust me. Okay, this is all of my lip products that I've been enjoying lately. And then when we move on down, we have my under eye concealer, which I just have two concealers in my collection, this one and this one. My eyeshadow primer, and then an eyelash glue whenever I feel like wearing eyelashes. Whoops. And then I have my two highlighters that I've been enjoying. This is one that's part of my Project Pan, and then this is Wet n Wild Blossom Glow, I do believe. Yeah, this color, these both look great on me. And then in this drawer, I have the Anastasia Soft Glam palette, and I bought this and I've probably been using it just because I've been focused on my Tartelette in Bloom palette for my project. But next year I will get a lot of use out of that, I'm sure. On the next drawer, I have the Milani Bold Obsessions and the Tartelette in Bloom. And then I have my eyebrow kit from e.l.f. and then my little single shadow in Brulee and a sharpener. And then moving on over, we have all of my brushes. This is every single brush I own, and then this little brush from Laura Geller. And then and then this is the only two primers, makeup primers I have. This is also a primer, but I like to mix it with my foundation, which this is like my holy grail foundation. I have my light shade and my dark shade. And these are the only foundations I have in my collection. And these are the only primers I have in my collection. Now this is empty. I think it accidentally got stepped on or something and broke. And I ended up having to put it in this little spray bottle. So this is just the Milani Make It Dewy Setting Spray. And to be honest, I'm glad that I transferred it from that to this container, just because the Milani one, it didn't spray that great and my camera's out of focus. Okay, so that is how I store all of my makeup on my dresser. This is the overflow for my makeup. I do want to go ahead and mention that I do have a few more things coming from Ulta. I don't have very much colorful palettes in my collection. This little container is just full of lip stuff, like lipsticks and stuff that's overflow. And I don't know how much is in here, but I have a lot of choice for when I do my no-buy. I'm going to be doing lots of Shop My Stash. And then this container, or this little carrying bag, I got from Walmart. This has the remainder of my makeup in it, and this is mainly just palettes. Palettes and just random things. So I'm going to go through it really quick and find out how many palettes I have. I have 2 of these Milani Rose palettes, and I really, really enjoy them. I think I have one more. I just got this palette from Milani. This is the Pure Passion palette. I think I'm missing the Soft and Sultry. I really do want that one just to complete all 4, and I do want to do a video showing all 4 of them together. But I have 3 of those, the Pure Passion, Bold Obsessions, Most Love Mattes, and then I want the Soft and Sultry. And you know what? I lied about the foundations. I have this foundation from Wet n Wild. I need to finish this. This is the Cushion Foundation, and I think it's in the shade Light. And you know what? Next year, at the beginning of the year, I think I'm going to focus on getting this gone. But this is just a setting powder I got with an Ulta order to get free shipping. And just some more random stuff. I really am going through this because I want to know how many palettes I have. I wanted to have 12 palettes. That way I could rotate through them throughout the year. So let's just go ahead and get down to them. I don't know what this is. Oh, I'm getting rid of that. I don't even know why that's in there. I don't even know what that should not be in here. That's going to go in the trash. That breaks me out. Let's see. Okay, there's 2 palettes, 2 eyeshadow palettes so far. The Aphrodisiac and Pure Passion. And then we have the Wet n Wild Poster Child palette. Okay, that is just a highlighter palette, which I need to pull that out and play with it more. A old Milani Rose blush, which still works. Okay, there's another palette. That's 3, no 4. That's another highlighter. Here is another palette. I got this in BoxyCharm, so that's 5 palettes. 6 palettes. That's the Urban Decay Naked Ultimate Basics. Here is the Most Love Mattes. Here is the BoxyCharm Pure. I have never even used this palette before. Okay. Here is Rosé in the Air and the Dream Street palette, which I've hardly even used. This is a highlighter palette from BoxyCharm. And last but not least in this bag was a Wet n Wild palette. After I found out that Wet n Wild was changing their formula and reformulating everything, I decided to go ahead and buy a lot of their shadows that were the old formula. So that's why you're seeing some of the older Wet n Wild things in here. But that is it in this bag for eyeshadow palettes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then on my dresser I have, did I say 11? So 12, I have one here, 13, 14, 15, and then I have the Urban Decay Born to Run palette coming. So that's 16 palettes, I do believe. So I do have my goal of being able to rotate through one palette a month, which was really my concern. I wanted to be able to change it up every month to get use out of all of the palettes. So I think that's a pretty good start for my no-buy for next year, in the makeup aisle, that is, in the makeup section. And I do have a decent amount of blushes, so I'm not really concerned about that. I have foundations that I know I love. The Physicians Formula, the Healthy Skin Foundation, is absolutely perfect for me. So yeah, I will be right back to discuss more about how I'm preparing for my year no-buy. As you can tell, my collection isn't super duper huge. It pretty much all fits on my dresser and in one little like little case, train case type thing. Now I did write down my numbers. I have 16 eyeshadow palettes, and for like the highlighters I have 8, but that is me including like in palettes. So if I didn't, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, it says on here that there's 8, but the palettes have 4 highlighters per, so if you added those, it'd be like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it'd be like 16 highlighters. So I don't need any more highlighters. I've got 4 powders. I have 1 mascara that I know works for me, so I only have 1 mascara. There are a lot of things that I know works for me, so mainly I'm going to be cutting out buying blushes, highlighters, and eyeshadow palettes. I'm really nervous going into this because next year we're going to be getting our tax return, and that is kind of when I just buy whatever I want. I am planning on making a pretty big purchase with our tax return, and that is getting a new camera. The one that I have now, I have to use plugged up into the wall because the battery door is broken, and I just really want a nicer, newer camera. But that is like the main thing that I'm going to buy next year. So yeah, if you all have any tips and tricks, some channels that you could recommend on how to get me excited about this, because I am really, really nervous. It's going to be really, really hard. Just let me know in the comments section. Let me know what types of videos you'd like to see during the year for me doing that. But that is it, and I hope you all enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for some more content on my no-buy, which will start, I guess, in a couple months, but I still am working on my Project Pan 18 in 2018, so, but thank you all for watching. See you all soon.